guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hey, and y'all back to my channel. Hey, and y'all back to my channel. Hey, and y'all back to my channel. Y'all, today is Vlogmas day 5, and I can't believe I've been consistent posting for 5 days straight. Can we clap for that? Because I want to start celebrating my mini wins. Like, I know I got 20 more days to go and I'm praying and I will get through those 20 days, but we are 5 days in and I'm so proud. So anyways, y'all, today's video I will be doing a Q&A little session with y'all. Especially, I've gained some new subscribers and I don't know, it's just a way to get in my mind, you know, sharing my thoughts, get to know me a little more. If you guys have any advice, any questions, all that stuff, it will be addressed in this video. So yeah, if this is your first time watching me, hi, my name is Tasha. Thank you so much for just watching your girl. Have a fun time. I don't know what to tell you. It's just really great here. And if it's not your first time, thank you for just returning. I appreciate you staying, okay? But without further ado, let's get into the questions. So the first question is, which I appreciate you asking, how are you really physically, emotionally, spiritually where you are with God? So how am I emotionally? I'm okay, you know, I'm taking it day by day. I feel extremely blessed to be where I am right now, and I'm just trying to choose to focus on the positive. You know, I have my good, I have my bad days, but honestly, I've just been so goal driven and trying to keep my eyes on the prize, eliminate any distractions, and just focus on what I love and trying to just put me first, even though it is the hardest thing to do. But I'm okay today. Today I feel okay. I just got off actually a great therapy session, so it was actually a conversation I feel like I needed, and it kind of brought me in good spirits. So I'm good. In terms of physically, I am thankfully healthy. You know, I need to be in the gym more. But now that I will end up having more time, I definitely want to prioritize my physical health and just be more active. And spiritually, I feel like I have grown and matured a lot in my walk with Christ. And I do feel like everything that I'm going through is really gonna work out for the greater good. So overall, I feel like I'm doing okay. Tips on staying consistent. You really want to ask me that? Because do I be consistent? I've been consistent for 5 days, so I feel like I can speak from my 5-day experience. Nah, for real. Tips on staying consistent. I think when you remember your why, it does help you to be consistent. So whether it's not just about YouTube, like being consistent like with business, being consistent with like a hobby, being consistent with like just showing up for yourself or whatever the case may be, I think when you focus on your why and what you're doing it for and the goal, it does bring that fire and that motivation to keep on going. So when I post, even though there's days I don't feel like picking up the camera, or like, I'm not gonna lie, even though it was day 5 of Vlogmas, I thought about, I just want to take a break. But I am thinking about the bigger picture, and I know that I want to be successful, not just with this, but in all the areas in my life. And I know that takes just showing up, no matter how many people watch my video, no matter what it looks like right now, I just have to be consistent. So I think when you focus on your why, it does really help you and motivate you to be consistent in what you're trying to do. Someone asked, as a kid, what's one thing you used to wish for? What is one thing I used to wish for? It's always a thing I had with my mom, and I still ask for it for this big old age, even though I don't want it, but I play with her. It's an insider with my mom, but as a kid, I would always ask my mom for a pony. I would literally I'd be like, Mommy, I want a pony. I want a pony. And so every time we see a horse outside, she's like, there's a pony right there. So when she came and visited for Thanksgiving, I always tease her. I'm like, Mommy, I want a pony. And we actually saw a horse when we went to the mall, and she's like, there it is. There's your pony right there with her Jamaican accent. And that's I really didn't want a pony for real. I don't know why I had that as a wish, but it's just like a little insider I have with my mom that I always wish for, but I really didn't care to have. So that's what I fake low-key wished for though, just a pony. Yeah. How has it been adjusting to a whole new life in a new city? Y'all, it's been good. I would say it's been really good. I am so happy that I moved to Houston. I'm a year and change in, and I feel like I've adjusted great. I've built a community out here. I have a church home. I'm in an apartment that I love so much, and I feel like I didn't understand it back then why God told me to move to Houston, but now that I'm here, I really think it was just for my spiritual growth and stretching me and maturing me. So adjusting here has been great. Spiritually stretched, but I really am grateful. God knows what we need versus what we want. So honestly, adjusting here, I have no complaints. I haven't been homesick. I probably had one moment when I first moved here, but other than that, adjusting here has been pretty awesome. Are you excited about next year and what it will bring? I am excited for next year. I pray that God does not draft me in the army of next year. I feel like he had a good run on me this year, so I'm praying next year is rainbow and sunshine. I really do. But is that going to be the case? Probably not, but I am wishing for that. But I am excited. I just want to continue to grow. I want to just continue to focus on myself, and I just want to continue to pour into me. I do feel like God is calling me into a new season after just praying, and it's just going to continue to allow me to grow. So especially now, announcing I've quit my job, I don't know what that looks like in the future, but I want to remain hopeful, even though I've been towed up. But I am just trying to remain hopeful that good things are about to come, and just focus on being obedient and following the light in his path. So I am actually really excited for 2025. What is your worst and best experience you've received in 2024? I would say my worst experience isn't really experience, but I would just say mentally it was a lot. I would say the second half of 2024, just the warfare has been a lot, but with warfare, I know that I'm in the right path and something amazing is about to happen. I am standing on good faith that there is something that big that God has prepared for me with the amount of warfare. But I would just say mentally it has been a lot, but also so much fruit has been coming out of the warfare in my growth. So I want to say it's the worst, but it's been challenging. It has been challenging spiritually. So I would say that about that. I would just say that's been my challenging part, is the warfare. The best part, I would say, is my growth. The best part is the growth. I have grown a lot this year, and I'm very proud to see it. I don't really give myself enough credit, and I'm trying to learn to do that. So I would say that's the best experience. It's just seeing the growth within myself. What do you think God's message for 2024 was? That is a great question. I think his message for me is that I'm stronger than I think. I really think this year has shown me the amount of strength and bravery I have that I guess I didn't notice, and I was literally just unpacking that in therapy. I think also just enduring, and I also feel like showing up for myself was God's message, and especially in all areas of my life. So I feel like his message is to like know like you're stronger than you think. You have a lot within you that you don't see, and when you're in the moment, you probably like you feel like, dang, I feel so weak. But when you come out on the other side, I'm like, a lot of people probably wouldn't come out the way that I did. It takes a lot of strength, and I just feel like his message to me is to know you're stronger than you think. You are so much stronger than you think. That I am not in control. That I'm not in control. I don't want to be in control. So yeah, I think that's his message of 2024 for me. So what new traditions are you implementing in your future Christmases? A new tradition, hanging up the Christmas tree. Like, y'all, I never had a Christmas tree before, and when I put up my Christmas tree this year, I really felt like a little kid again. I really felt so happy, and just to decorate my place, even though it's not like the most grand decoration, I really want to start that tradition, especially when I have a family. I want to just implement those things. You know, my family and I celebrate Christmas, but it wasn't like a big like celebration. Like, we just cooked and, you know, hang out, but I don't think it was like it wasn't really this whole big thing either. So I want to implement like decorating my place, doing Christmas activities. It really is, I feel like, healing the little girl in me. And when I have kids, I want to set up a tradition where we're just like decorating together and just having amazing memories. And of course, bring Christ into it. I do want to take the time to like study Christ. Well, that's every day. But with Christmas, the meaning of it is Christmas, you know, with him being born and the reason why he's here, like, I really want my kids to know who Jesus Christ is and implement that in the household. So yeah, I think the tradition is having a Christmas tree and decorating and having fun. And yeah, I don't know. What's your favorite Christmas song? My favorite Christmas song, don't judge, but it's actually Mistletoe by Justin Bieber. If you know, you know. I literally abuse that song every Christmas. When I said I was blasting that song in my car, I really love that song. Like, he put his foot in it. Like, I just really love Mistletoe by Justin Bieber. He ate down with that Christmas song. He really did. That's my answer. Mistletoe by Justin Bieber is my favorite Christmas song. And gonna check me. The greatest lesson of the year. I would say the greatest lesson of the year for me, to put yourself first. It sounds so cliche, but it is so true. Put yourself first, no matter what that looks like. Whether that means protecting your peace, whether that means you have to let go of certain people or things, making more time for yourself. I don't want to say being more selfish, but putting your needs first. And doing what's best for you was the lesson. And also, I have a lot of mercy and grace for people that don't deserve it. And knowing who is worth pouring into, and not neglecting myself to appease others as well. If there could be something you can change about yourself, what would it be? And what is one thing that you love about yourself? If there could be anything I could change, it would be my overthinking. I feel like my overthinking has clouded a lot of things. I'm trying to get in control of that because I don't want it to affect relationships. I don't want it to affect the way I like make decisions for myself in terms of like business or like just decision making, you know. I need to learn how to trust myself. And yeah, overthinking, if I could change that, which I am trying to do, I would change that. And one thing I love about myself is that, like, just how funny I can be. I be cracking myself up. I love that I can just be goofy, silly. Like, I could be on, like, I don't think y'all really see, I don't even think a lot of my friends really see, like, the full capability of how goofy I can be. But with myself, like, y'all, I be cutting up. I really do. What do you think is the biggest misconception of you? Is that I'm mean. Yeah, I think when people first see me, and I get this a lot, is because of my face. I really tried it. I've tried to change my face, but I just can't. Like, I have a resting face, and people, I think they're sometimes scared to approach me because they think I'm just this big mean person. And one of my close friends, like, we was talking about our first impressions, and she was just like, yeah, you just look like this mean girl. But when I found out he was actually a teddy bear, I was like, oh my god, it's just your face. Yeah, I feel like people think I'm just mean when they see me. Like, y'all don't see it because, like, I be on camera, I'm in my element. But if you see me, like, off the street, my face is like, I'm trying not to laugh, but I just have a straight face, and it probably looks like I'm mad. But either one, I'm in my head thinking about 1,000 things, or I'm really just chilling. So I'm really not a mean person. I am so far from it. I think I am a little too nice, actually. So yeah, I would say misconception is that I am probably mean and standoffish, but I am the total opposite. And the last question is, what words would you give to someone who struggles with their relationship with God? Ooh, okay. So words of advice, I would say give yourself grace and be consistent. Even when it seems like he's not answering you, even though it feels like you're not hearing him, still show up. Like, I mean, and this is something I need to work on, so that I struggle with, but showing up each day for him, even if it's 5 minutes or 15 minutes out of your morning and 15 minutes before you go to bed. Show up, be consistent. Just like with any relationship, you want to build that consistency and trust. So even though you feel like God is not hearing you, please be consistent showing up. I promise you he's there. And also allowing yourself to allowing yourself to be graceful towards you. We're not going to have it all together. We're going to fall short. If you fall short in your walk with Christ, it's not the end of the world. I promise. God has seen it all too many times. He has used kings. He has used people he appointed as prophets. He has used everyone under the sun that fell short, that sinned, that was acting up for his own glory. So be kind to yourself and know that God is not this harsh, big, mean father that, you know, people may think he is. He is so sweet, so gentle, so loving. And I think once you study the character of God, it will be easier to know like how to navigate. Like, I feel like once you study the character of him, it'll be easier for you to extend grace on yourself. So be consistent with showing up, just like with any relationship. Like, we're so consistent with like hanging out with friends or going on dates or whatever the case may be. Do the same thing with showing up for God, right? Have like those intimate moments with him, no matter how quiet it may feel or awkward, but just show up. Yeah, that's my word of advice. That being said, thank you guys for tuning in for today's video, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.